now recording. Oh, I should
Oh,
unhost the
host.
auto host because sometimes that doesn't like to do that.
Yeah.
But it looks like we're live. We're
Well,
good.
we're good to go.
Yes. Another
Good to
episode.
go. Yeah.
Totally on time.
Yeah. We are.
Yeah, we're definitely still on Monday.
Yeah. Totally.
It's not like anyone who's watching this afterwards will know the difference because the excuse is just YouTube was down.
Yeah.
They
Totally.
don't know, right? The YouTube
Yeah.
watchers don't know. They can't even watch this right now. Not even because it's not uploaded, but even if it was, they couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
Those poor souls who can't watch our past 6 seasons.
Mm. When I actually forgotten that today wasn't Monday until you said it wasn't. It's like, oh right, yeah, it's Tuesday, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
whoopsies. My bad.
Whoops. Yeah. So yeah, we're back with another episode of Shenanimegans.
Still going,
Everyone's
still going,
favorite.
still going.
Yeah. Everyone's favorite anime podcast.
It's at least
Yeah.
my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
That's all that really matters, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the important thing.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
we got news. We got big news. We got
Yeah.
really exciting news. I'm super, super excited about.
Yeah.
World Trigger's back
Yeah.
after a 2-year hiatus, which is longer than any of Berserk's or Hunter x Hunter's hiatuses.
jeez.
So fight
Yeah.
me. We waited longer. That said, I'm still waiting longer for Hyako, which has been on hiatus since 2008, I'm pretty sure. Something like that.
Oof, I have a feeling that one's not coming back.
Probably not.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh no, the manga started in 2007 and it's quote-unquote ongoing.
Yeah, I don't think that one's gonna get any more.
I
It's
believe.
unfortunate. Yeah.
I believe Haruaki Kato. I believe in them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Yeah.
not. Maybe not, but
Yeah.
yeah, World Trigger's coming back October 29th. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Um,
Mhm.
it'll run for 5 issues in the Weekly Shonen Jump, like for the big return, and then it's moving to their Jump SQ magazine
Mhm.
in December, and the 19th compiled book, the first in 21 months, will also ship on December 4th. I'm so
Wow.
excited. I can't wait to see what will go on.
Yeah.
I'm really also very glad that Daisuke Ashihara is doing better.
Yeah.
It sounds like it was nerve roots affected by cervical spondylosis, which is like
Mm-hmm.
neck and spinal column area.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah, like straight up like nerve damage. So,
Yeah.
really glad to hear he's doing better. Like he has to be doing
Mm-hmm.
somewhat better to be able to be going back to work. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of manga authors I think that wear themselves out, and
Mm-hmm.
my best guess is the 5 chapters will run in the weekly issues. They've
Yeah.
probably been like drawn slowly over the past while, and then Jump SQ I think is monthly. I could be wrong.
Hmm.
How
I have no
often
idea.
does Jump SQ publish? Yeah, it's monthly. So he's going to monthly, which will definitely help, I think. So
Yeah.
first, we're gonna get like 5 in like a row weekly, and then it'll go to monthly, which is perfectly fine. That's much better
Mhm.
for the health of the mangaka. Gives more
Yeah.
time to be able to work on it, and like some of the backgrounds this guy has are insanely detailed. Like there's so much detail on a lot of the scenes. The fact that he was doing it like weekly is insane to me.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about most mangaka. But like, uh, let me see if I can find some images of this dumb fish thing, because it's like pages well, even stuff like this, like you see the rain, there's like all the little cubes, because there's so
Hmm.
much little moving parts with how the weapons
Yeah.
and abilities work. I am not finding the. Oh, here we go. There's like entire like a bunch of chapters. I didn't actually want to go to an unofficial page. That's
Oops.
gonna be bad. But I'll
Yeah.
just show off just like, oh, it's not even on that page. What the heck? This is useless. I can't even show it off. It's like so low quality, but it's just like hundreds of like these fish in little cubes with destroyed backgrounds, and it's like
Wow.
chapters filled with this character and this like weapon, and it's insane to me
Hmm.
that he was doing this on like here's one with like a bunch of little bees from the same guy. It's like
Hmm.
insane to me
Wow.
that he was doing that on a weekly basis. I'm sure he had people helping out as well, but that's still a bit nutty. But yeah,
Hmm.
I'm just so excited. This is one of my favorite manga, and
Yeah.
I can't wait to see where it goes. I have all the 18 volumes out so far, and I'm writing a Ruby World Trigger AU
Yeah.
fanfic, which I need to get back to work on. I took a break because I've been working on some other side stuff, but I want to go back. I need to get chapter 2 of that done because it's been a few months because I've been lazy and bad. But I need
Hmm.
to finish the other one I'm working on. But yeah, mm, I'm it was getting to like this huge like turning point in the story, and I can't wait to finally read it. Highly recommend this. Seriously, go read it. The anime's alright,
Hmm.
but the manga is definitely better. Uh,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like if it takes a while to get into what's the point, like it should be good from the get-go, but it does suffer a tiny bit in the early chapters. It's very generic, but like the first twist, like yeah, maybe I think 12 chapters in. I think by
Yeah.
the end of the second volume, beginning of the third volume, it starts to get like super good.
Yeah.
Once they get past the regular high school boy nonsense, which they get past real fast, compared to
That's.
others like Bleach, where it's like, actually that was the best part of Bleach, though. Wait, that's not a good example.
Oops.
Whoops. It's better paced than the Zabuza arc of Naruto. Let's put it that way.
Mhm. Okay.
Which
I'll take your word for it because I don't know what that is.
okay, the Zabuza arc is just like a really long. The anime at least version of it is like super long and drawn out and kind of
Hmm.
bad, but it has like
Yeah.
these two really badass scenes. Like yeah, the fight scenes are like the best part, but even those are super dragged out, and there's all this time in between dragged out. It's got
Hmm.
two of the most memorable characters in the show, even though they die in like the first like couple volumes of the manga. It's just
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
Naruto
Interesting.
man. That's how it be. Uh, we should get on to the other news. I'll stop
Yeah.
ranting, but
Yeah. The
for
other
now,
news that. Yeah. So
I
yeah,
have
the
an
other things.
internal server error. Is it because
Yeah.
YouTube's down?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
that's
okay, it's a
YouTube.
YouTube hit.
Yeah.
We can't even show this off.
Yeah.
Also,
So,
I'm upset. Everyone thought that the person standing for Promare, because it was all shaded, was gonna be a girl.
yeah.
It's just a Kamina look-alike. I don't know how to
Hmm.
feel about this. We'll
So,
see.
did you happen to watch the trailer
No, I didn't
previously?
get to watch it in
Okay.
time.
Yeah. It looks like some firefighting related thing. So
Oh,
it's
just give me Fire Force then.
yeah, I don't know. It
God.
was like it didn't show a whole lot to like really draw from what I
Li-
recall,
l-
but there's definitely a firefighting
listen,
aesthetic to it. Yeah.
listen. A Trigger Fire Force anime would be amazing. Why would they make Promare when they could have just been like, Atsushi Okubo, I know how you feel about anime adaptations and you want to finish this manga, but let us at least do a season up to where you at. It's gonna
Hmm.
look dope as fuck. Because
Yeah.
that dude has a crazy style, Trigger has a crazy style, it'd be so good.
Yeah.
It's gonna have mechs though, so we're going back to mech.
Hmm.
Uh, they're called Matoi mech, named after the Matoi band as the Edo period firefighters use. So it's mecha firefighting apparently, it sounds like.
Yep. Sounds
Interesting.
like it.
Give me
Yeah.
good female main characters and not this dude, because everyone thought it was gonna be a female main character at first when they first
Mm-hmm.
saw the first trailer, and then it
Yeah.
wasn't, and everyone now I'm pretty sure is disappointed.
Yeah. So yeah, the kind of other important thing they revealed with this is that it's gonna be a movie instead of a series.
Oh, that's
So
also
yeah.
weird, because this
Yeah,
was the
that
one
is.
people were most excited about.
Yeah,
I,
definitely.
I wonder if it's an issue of them not making enough money off of the other series to fund a full series, maybe?
I don't know.
Like
I
if
mean,
they,
this has been planned for so long. They probably had
yeah,
budget stuff figured out a while ago.
maybe, but also the way they staggered the three announcements as if it was a way to, like, especially working with other studios to save money. It almost seemed like
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to bring in the merchandise money and whatever, like all the money so they could get more for this. But like Darling in the
Yeah.
Franxx had a questionable ending. I don't know how many people are still buying merch for that. SSS Gridman's only just begun, which
Mm-hmm.
you'll probably get into, I think,
Yeah, I
later.
will.
And Little Witch Academia got absolutely screwed by being on Netflix. So
Yeah.
they've not had the best luck with their past few shows, and I think that might be like showing by it being a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that said,
I don't
I'm
know.
still excited to watch it, but
Yeah.
this was the one everyone was hyped about. It's by the team that did Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann,
Yeah.
and it's the one that doesn't get the full show. It's a bit. It's
Yeah.
also 3D CG. A lot of it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
That's also questionable because everyone thought this was the one that was going to use like their traditional, their crazy style, their hand-drawn style of kill. It's not. I think this is kind of a letdown for a lot of people because everything that
Mm.
is like hyped up to be it's just not.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
we'll see how it
Well,
goes. But
yeah, we'll see. I
yeah,
can't wait to not be able to see this because it's a movie and those never release here. Like, they're never anywhere near me.
yeah. Crunchyroll gets movies, but yeah, you still have to wait
Yeah.
after they air in theaters. That's the
Mm-hmm.
same. They do sometimes come out here, but I never manage to get them because they're like at 8 on like a Wednesday, and I'm like at work
Yeah.
tomorrow. I get up at 6 tomorrow. I can't sit
Yeah.
through a 3-hour movie now. What the fuck?
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. They're just saying it'll open in 2019. Nothing more specific than that yet. So,
I'm very hesitant about this. All of my hype for it's kind of dead in the water. I'm scared. Like
yeah.
it'll still probably be cool because it's Trigger, but it's also like
Mhm.
they've been missing the mark the past while.
Yeah.
Like Darling in the Franxx had a lot going for it, but then it also created like one of the biggest hate wars in anime in a while, and then the
Oh, God.
ending became nonsense. But at that point too, it's like how much of that is Trigger and how much is A1 Pictures because it's the both of them,
Mhm.
right? But still, it's still one of the
Yeah.
things that kind of, Little Witch
Mhm.
Academia I felt was kind of lackluster. The ending was really generic. You could have ended
Mhm.
an episode before it did, honestly,
Yeah.
which is kind of awkward. And well, Kids Kniver is supposedly super super good, but it's not one in their traditional style. It's not a super actiony one,
Mhm.
so it's not like what people expect from them. So I think a lot of people didn't watch it because I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it'll be good, but I'm a little worried
Hopefully.
because it's not
Yeah.
what we were led to believe originally.
Yeah. Yeah, their more recent track record has been so spotty, and yeah, it's like totally not what people were thinking it would be. So yeah, this is cautiously optimistic at best.
I
Yeah.
might have more faith if I could see this video.
It did look
Oopsie.
cool.
A team of highly trained monkeys has been dispatched to deal with this situation.
Mm. Thanks, YouTube.
This is YouTube's version of oopsie whoopsie, we've made a fucksy wucksy.
Oops.
Whoops.
So yeah.
Still, just fucking make a Fire Force anime. Come on. Just do
Yeah.
that. Come on. That's the only firefighting anime I need right now. I'll still take
Yeah.
this, but yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Trigger animes, I watched Gridman this week.
I thought you did.
Yeah.
You were talking about
And-
watching more of it.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Hmm.
It's like I I really like what's going on, but man, the main characters in it are just really bland. The three main people are just so dull. They're very generic, and there's just kind of nothing to them so far. Like maybe they just haven't gotten into that stuff yet, but otherwise the show is really cool.
It
It's just really weird and strange and good action. Looks gorgeous.
it might be a symptom of being a remake of one of those old series where it's like the action was the whole highlight with some
Hmm.
giant monster action. Who cares about the characters?
Yeah, that's
Like,
something I was wondering about. Is I don't know, like, because this is Gridman is a proper pre-existing thing, but I wonder if this is like a remake of something, or if they were just given some freedom to work with whatever they want, or like, are they making this from scratch and just getting approval on it or something?
yeah.
Wondering how much freedom they have with it. Yeah, there's no real way to know that, I think.
The
Unless we go
most we
back and
know is the guy
yeah,
who's working. They have one of the guys who worked on the original working doing monster
yeah,
designs, and that's about all we know for how
yeah,
closely linked it is.
yeah.
And he does a lot of stuff that's very loosely based. Like I think the same guy also worked on Kaiju Girls, which Kaiju Girls, come on,
Yeah.
that's not a close representation. I still have to watch season 2 of that.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah. So yeah.
hopefully it gets more. I hate to say it, but the
Yeah.
best mecha show of this year is still Planet Width and the Vorcat. It still seems
Yeah.
to be the best mecha of the year somehow,
Mm.
beating Darling in the Franxx and Gridman, two trigger
Mm.
mechas who are known for creating one of the best mecha anime of all time in Gurren Lagann.
Mm. Yeah.
Well, I mean
Oh.
that wasn't trigger at the time, but like
Yeah. But yeah,
the
it's the
core,
same people.
yeah, the
Yeah.
core from Gainax.
Yeah. So yeah, gonna gonna keep watching Gridman. It seems solid at least.
It sounds like it
Uh.
at least has really good action scenes, which are pretty fun.
Yeah. It does. It's very good.
I'll
Yeah.
watch it
It's,
eventually.
yeah. There was I watched a bunch of stuff this week though.
Alright.
A bunch of other things too. So I also watched Run with the Wind, and since it's Tuesday, I got to watch 2 episodes of that this week. So
Alright.
it comes out on Tuesdays, and I I feel really conflicted about this show because it has such a weird beginning premise of like, oh, the main guy tricked everyone into being on the track team, and now he's like blackmailing and bribing everyone to stay on it, and it's really weird. And it's like no one wants to be on this track team, but they all kind of have to be because they need to live in this dorm. But like, man, I like these characters enough to where I just want them to hang out and run and do stuff. And but man, that starting premise is just strange. It's like I don't feel like that should be how a sports anime starts. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of these characters, even though it's only like 3 episodes in, are very very good. They're a bunch of good boys.
There's 20 episodes left to develop them too, which is the hiding
Oh.
core of a sports anime. So if that's the highlight so far, then it's
Mhm.
doing something right, because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like where it should be strongest.
Mhm.
So give some hope.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. And I also watched a new episode of Zombieland Saga.
I've
And
seen clips from it now.
yeah, you should watch that show.
I do want to check it out. It looks absolutely ridiculously
Yeah,
stupid.
it is. It's very good.
I saw
I
I saw the rap scene.
Oh, it's really good. Yeah, I kind of hope that each episode keeps being a different genre because the first one was like kind of death metal screaming stuff, and then this one was a rap. And like I kind of hope they work through genres every episode. That could just be a really fun gimmick.
Hmm.
Also, the one of the two rapper characters, Saki, she's like a biker gang leader type of character, and she's very good. She's a lot of fun. But yeah, this episode was a lot better than the first one. But yeah, it's a good show. You should check it out. It's fun. And then next show I watched, I think you may have watched this one as well, is As Miss Beelzebub Likes.
Sorry, what?
As Miss Beelzebub Likes.
Oh no, I didn't actually see it.
Oh.
I didn't watch that much this week.
Mm,
I've
yeah.
been reading my fantasy novels again, so
Yeah.
there
Ah,
goes
it's a good way to
my
spend your
time.
time.
Also
Yeah.
binging League because it's like the end of the season year stuff, and I'm like, I
Oh.
should get my reward, so I'm gonna get gold in all these other queues that I never played. And I'm going to do this events pass thing, which means I have to play a bunch to get points to unlock other exclusive stuff, because there was exclusive Riven stuff, so me
Mm,
being the trash I am for her. I want to
of
point
course.
out that Beelzebub is a demon name, right? Like
Hmm.
it's one of
Yeah.
the demons. It currently has a 6.66 score on Mal. It's very
It's very good.
fitting.
Yeah. It's very good. So yeah, this show, it's very cute so far. It's very cute, very fluffy. It's really nice. Even the show, like aesthetically, kind of fits the whole lighthearted fluffiness of it all because it's very light colors, very like I don't know how to describe it. Just a very fluffy aesthetic to it. It's very good. But yeah, I think this might be a show that like I put on hold and then wait till there's a lot of it because with this kind of show, I like to be able to watch a bunch of episodes at once. So I checked out the first episode, but I think I might put this one on hold for a while.
It's funny because I'm the exact opposite with you
Yeah.
with these kinds of shows. I like to like if I'm down in the dumps, pull out an episode of something nice and fluffy
Yeah.
like this and just watch that. The problem is if there's a bunch out, I do just end up binging and it's like, oh, I want more. I don't have any. I need more.
Yeah.
I'm out of my comf. How do I
Mm.
comf up now? It's a dilemma.
Yeah. Well, the good news is there's another comfy show that I watched. It's Miss Vampire who lives in my neighborhood.
Oh yes, episode 2 is
Yeah.
much better than the first episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Uh,
I think this is going to be another one that I just kind of put on the back burner for now
mhm.
and watch it at some other time. But yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't really like the main girl Akari. I don't like her too much, but she's like okay, but eh.
Yeah. I can see that. Her best friend, I think, is the best. Her and the
Hmm.
vampire, those two are the best.
Yeah.
There's other characters that come by later, but those two I think are still my favorite. But yeah, the first episode to me was really weird. The pacing, the music that was just missing a
Yeah.
lot. But this second episode was definitely a lot better. It was better paced. The aesthetic and everything felt a lot better. They chose the better jokes, I think, because they weren't trying to do setup anymore. They were just like, all right, now we can just fuck around with this world. And it was nice.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely better second episode. But
I
yeah.
I really
Huh?
understand the going to get books signed too. I have
Hmm.
like a bunch of signed Kenneth Oppel stuff. I almost went to a Kenneth Oppel signing last weekend, but I didn't because I was like, it's been like a decade since any of the books I read came out. There's gonna be a
Hmm.
ton of little kids there for his new, because he's like a young,
Oh
he's
yeah.
like a preteen author, right? He wrote
Oh yeah.
Silverwing and the Airborne series, so like I'm just gonna be there while he's showing out this new book for like 12-year-olds, and there's gonna be a bunch of 12-year-olds. It's not gonna like I'm gonna be there with my blue hair,
Yeah.
being gay as shit. It's going to be a like it's just gonna be weird. It's going like especially since he's gonna do a reading from it. It's like how long is it gonna go? So I just ended up
Hmm.
not going. But there's
Oh.
one this Thursday I might go to. Steven Erickson, the author of the Malazan Book of the Fallen series, which is one of the longest fantasy series out there, is doing a book
Hmm.
signing. Apparently he's from my city. I had no idea, so I
Oh.
might go to
Cool.
that. He doesn't live here
Yeah.
anymore, but he's still doing like a release party here, which is cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
But yeah, like that sort of stuff, like having the whole section to then this, I'm like, I relate heavily. This is literally what I'm doing this week. Like,
Hmm.
this is me right now.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite things about slice of life is just the sheer amount you can relate to it, even if it's like something dumb like I'm a vampire. I'm like
Hmm.
360. I've got Edgar Allan Poe's signatures, and then she's going to get like some light novel signed.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. Only three more currently airing shows that I watched this week. So
All right.
next is Double Decker. I've mentioned a bunch so far this season. It's
I
very good.
almost watched the first episode before we
Oh,
started, but I got distracted making. I made a Goodreads account the other night, and I got
hmm
distracted working on updating it. Whoops.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still doesn't have the characters that we want to be in it. The
No.
Maxine.
Give me
Yeah,
more.
the next episode teaser of last week made it seem like this week was going to be, and then it wasn't. She's only in it for like 30 seconds.
Why?
But the white-haired girl is a confirmed robot girl. So
Ooh, she's a robot too?
yeah,
Shit. You don't
it's
understand how gay I am for this pang. Look, that's
yeah.
everything I want.
Yeah.
Everything.
Hmm.
God, I need to
It's
like cosplay Maxine. Let's be real
mhm.
here.
Yeah.
I just have to
Good
dye my
idea.
hair blonde again.
hmm
I literally had it blonde till like last year. It was like a
Oh,
short, like 8-month period.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, there was actually a good bit at the end of this episode when they reveal that Yuri is a robot, and the Doug is, or not Doug, Kirill is like, he's pretty dopey. He's not very bright and not very good at his job, and he's like, "Yo, Doug, I think she's a robot. Don't tell anyone. I think it's a secret." And then the narrator cuts and says, "It's not a secret. Everyone knows." But then Doug just goes along with it. He's like, "Oh, yeah, I won't tell anyone. Don't worry." The narrator cuts back in. Doug is an asshole, as it turns out.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Also, Yuri, her
hmm
name literally is gay.
Yeah.
How
It's
like they
very good.
have to be gay. They have to be.
Oh,
Give it
they
to
have
me.
to be.
Don't be don't
There's
don't be cowards.
yeah,
Sunrise.
yeah, yeah. There's whole bits in the opening and endings that kind of hint at them being a thing.
I'll
Because
find the
there's like
fanfics.
yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Also, there's been like a canonically gay couple in the background of one of the episodes,
Hmm.
of just like some nameless characters that are like, oh yeah, it's those two dudes. They're together. So it
Mm.
wouldn't surprise me if they have gay main characters as well.
Do it. Don't be
Yeah,
cowards. Do it.
I hope so. But yeah, that show's fun. You should watch it.
No subtext. We die like queers. That's a bad joke on the fact that
Yeah.
bury your gays trope. Anyways,
Well,
um,
anyway, the next thing I watched was Anime Yo, the cheerleading anime,
all right.
which seems totally fine, but is not my thing. I figured out. I watched like half of the second episode and was just not into it. I don't know. None of the characters were particularly interesting to me, and I am not interested in cheerleading. Or like they didn't make me get interested in it. So yeah, I kind of gave up on this show. But it seems like fine. I don't know.
Seems like
Seems
my
like
kind of trash.
it might be. I don't know.
If I can
They
get fanfics out of it, then yes. Then I
yeah
probably can.
they definitely seem to be pushing the pink hair girl and the blonde. That they're kind of hinting at something between them that I don't think would be canonical. They're just doing that to tease people.
Make it
Like
canonical,
like
you
anime.
cowards.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. That show, like, yeah, I'm just not into it. But it seems fine. So yeah, and then the last new show I watched this week was Skullface Bookseller Honda-san, the skeleton who works in a bookstore.
Yes.
And if it, yeah, and that's a good show. It's good and funny.
Yeah,
And
I need
it's
to watch
it's
it.
pretty interesting because it's actually the second episode gives a lot like deeper look into how a bookstore actually works.
Hmm.
And like, oh, like hey, there's a multiple day holiday coming up, and so they get a bunch of shipments in the day before, and have to do a ton of work that one day. And so it's like, oh, this is actually an interesting look at how publishing in bookstores works. That's
Mhm.
cool. So
Neat.
yeah, it's a neat thing. Yeah. And also, it's only 10-minute episodes, so it's such a small time commitment. It's easy to get into. But yeah, I like that. And then I also watched some old stuff this week.
All right.
Because yeah, one night I wasn't feeling great, so I just found a really short show to watch. It was called The Irresponsible Galaxy Tyler, which is it's 3-minute episodes. It's a short, bizarre thing.
There's so many. Musakin
it's
and
the-
Galaxy
I think
Tyler.
it's the 2017 one, I believe.
With
I
the
think.
star. Yeah, these are 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, this is probably
Yeah,
one.
yeah, that's it. So yeah, this show was not very good. It was like it was trying to be this really like wild, oh like, oh you'll never know, you'll never guess what happens next, and
Mm,
kind of show. But then it like just didn't make any sense, and like the actual episodes never had any plot in them. It was always this voiceover narration at the beginning or end that advanced the plot at all.
mm,
And so it's like this just such a weirdly organized show. It felt like I felt like someone had written out the plot for a show, and then they said, "Sorry, we can only give you 3-minute episodes," and then they had to like cut it up as best they could and
yeah,
get like their favorite scenes in.
it's got a 4.
Yeah.
It looks like the original came out in 1993, and it was a
Hmm.
full 26 episode, 23-minute
Hmm.
series based off a light novel. And
Huh.
it's actually pretty highly rated, 7.93.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
this looks like it might just be like some weird attempted reboot to cash in on the nostalgia and just like might have like short scenes
Hmm.
from it or references or something.
Yeah. That would make sense, I guess.
Because it doesn't say
Yeah.
it's a sequel or anything. It says alternate version, so it's like
Huh.
a more
Yeah.
like
This
cash grab
this
version.
Yeah. It does have weird like not time travel stuff, but like I don't know, people being reborn as people several hundred years in the future,
Mm,
and like kind of time travel, kind of multiple dimensions, weird stuff. So
mhm,
I could see it being like alternate timeline version of the events of the original show or something.
mhm.
Yeah.
Might be
That
worth
show.
it to watch the original, but
Yeah, maybe. I might go back and do that.
4.08, that's not very good. I think that might be worse
Yeah.
than Hamlin No Mars, actually.
Mm. 4.0 is real bad. Like even for stuff on
Or is it
now, that's real bad.
Hametsu no Mars? Let's see. Nope, Hametsu no Mars is a 2.32, never mind.
Oof.
I
Oof.
lied. Nothing is worse. There might be something worse.
I'm sure
I've
there's
got to watch
something.
that sometime. Apparently, it's almost impossible to find because no one thought it was worth it to, like,
Yeah.
keep a copy of, like, online anywhere, even for, like, archival purposes.
Hmm.
Jesus.
Mm.
Alright, so.
So yeah, the one other short thing I watched this week was
Alright.
called Mizu no Kotoba, which is really weird, and I think it's somehow related to Time of Eve, which I watched a couple months ago at this point. And it's like there's like a coffee shop, and people are there having conversations, and it's kind of jumping between people,
Hmm.
and then it's like it just gets real weird at the end, and it's only 10 minutes long. It's strange,
So it's like
and
a.
like there's
Yeah, it looks like some Tokyo International Anime Fair, like, short anime.
yeah,
Oh,
I
you
don't know.
can
It
tell
was
it's like the high quality early 2000s 3D CG, like,
hmm. Yeah,
which
yeah, definitely had some of that.
doesn't look that great. But how'd you do
Yeah.
a promotional video for a 9-minute episode? How short is this? 38 seconds. 38 seconds. That's
Mm.
almost like that's an 18th of the episode.
Yeah. I don't know. It's yeah. Do you want to know the big reveal at the end?
I'll probably just watch it for next week.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Cause why not? It's
Yeah,
9
sure.
minutes.
Yeah.
If you want
It's,
to say it, go ahead. I
mm,
don't mind if it's spoiled, but
no, no, that's okay. I think you
they're
might like
all
it.
one
Maybe.
character. It's what's that movie that came out where it's like all the emotions controlling the person?
The Emoji Movie. I don't know. No.
No, the other one, Inside Out
The other
or
one.
something.
Oh, I have no
I
idea.
don't. Whatever that one is, it's like
Yeah.
that. It's just like all the different emotions of the same person.
Hmm. You'll have to watch it and
All
see.
right,
I
we'll
should find
see.
out.
Next week,
Yeah.
we'll have an in-depth discussion about Mizuno Kotoba's ending, I guess.
No.
No, it's not that
There's not
deep.
much.
It's not
No, there's
that
not much
deep.
stuff we had. You can't get very deep with 10 minutes, unfortunately.
Unless if it's
Yeah.
literally just someone like super fast reading out a book.
Yeah. So yeah, and then one last thing I watched this week, which I watched yesterday, was an OVA called Murder Princess, which
Oh,
is
I've heard of this.
yeah, it was actually really surprisingly good.
Hmm.
It was because it's the synopsis I had read said they're like, oh, the princess and a bounty hunter switch bodies, and I got real worried that the bounty hunter was going to be some stupid dude, and that it was going to be real gross, and then it wasn't because the bounty hunter was a lady, and then the show actually ended up being really good.
Interesting.
And it's like it's really fun to watch, but you really just kind of have to roll with it. It reminded me of Jing in that way, where sometimes you just have to accept that the plot is not going to make sense at times. Like sometimes character motives just aren't explained or they just don't make sense. But like if you can just kind of roll with it and just keep going for the style, then it's a pretty good show.
So, I've been recommended it a lot because I like Kaibutsu Ojo so much, and that actually does sound a lot like Kaibutsu Ojo, so
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. Which
Yeah.
is Princess Resurrection, which is very similar name
Yeah.
style. I might have to watch this now
Yeah.
that I know more, because I also was on the fence of, oh, mercenary type thing. Oh no,
Yeah.
right? Like,
And it actually ends up going a lot of places that you don't expect because it's only 6 episodes, so you think that like, oh, the plot won't be that complex, there won't be that much to it because don't have a lot of time, but then they end up maybe managing to do a whole lot with it, which is very cool. But yeah, also I really like Pete. He's the big purple guy in the thumbnail image. He's the big purple dude at the bottom. He's very
Purple
good.
Hulk,
Yeah.
Polk.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good sweet boy. He's got a mohawk and wears headphones all the time.
Polk works even better because it's both Purple Hulk and Punk Hulk.
Yeah,
Polk.
it's very good. Yeah.
Alright.
But yeah, that was a good show. So yeah, that's everything I watched this week.
Read anything?
No, not this week. I keep thinking I should put in a manga order to buy some stuff, but I don't know. Oh, there's so much to buy.
I need to not do that. I'm
Yeah.
not allowed to buy anything until like after December, because I gotta
Oof.
save up for the Princess Principal box set and the K-On! Box set coming out next month. And I just paid for my Made in Abyss box set, so
Yeah.
that will be here soon. But that's a lot of money, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I shouldn't be buying too much because I have those Land of the Lustrous figures.
Oh,
Should be
yeah.
paying for those soon.
Yeah, those are coming out soon too. I'll have to pay for those too, so that's more reason not to. But
Mm.
Princess Principal, right?
Mhm.
I've put it
Yeah.
on hold because I want to listen to the rest of it with the British voices.
Oh, nice.
I want the British. Alright,
Oh.
so let's see. What did I read this?
What did you read?
Yeah, what did I read? What was the last week's episode? It was the 8th,
That's
right? Yeah, I'm like, a week ago, the 9th. Wait, no, it's a day late, the 8th.
Yeah.
So I found a series called Violence Action, which I read a tiny bit of. It's been described to me as kind of like John Wick, but a cute girl, and also not John Wick. That this is, but yeah, it's a part-time hit woman with John Wick-like skills, who's like also a normal university student. It's pretty weird, but it's enjoyable. Like each
Yeah.
chapter is a different hit for her. One of them is she's kind of like tasked to murder everyone and like get this guy who had like he was the bookkeeper for a mafia who'd ran off. So she kills all the other guys. She catches him, and they're like, "All right, turn him over to this other rival gang who's gonna or like group of people who are gonna torture him to death." And that's like, your job's done. So she's like, "Okay, job's done. See ya." And so the other guy, or while they're waiting for the other people to arrive, she like pulls out her textbook to start studying for like an exam, and the guy just like ends up tutoring her in math and stuff and business. And so after she hands him over, it's like, okay, job's done. So he's like, hey, can I hire you to like make a final stand? She's like, sure, and then just murders everyone else, and they just walk out. It's like, all right. It's like, it's neat how like strictly they cut exactly to what they're like the questions are and stuff, like what they're hired to do. It's like another one where this woman who's hired her keeps saying she's like trying to meet up with her husband, but he's already dead, and she's like stolen all of this mafia's money and stuff. And there's this hit guy after her who's like this crazed dude with a nail gun who's like, you gotta follow the rules. And like he
Mm,
starts counting off like 3 strikes, and he's like, a woman talking back. That's why. And he's like really gross, and
yeah.
seeing him die was nice.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it's
That sounds pretty cool, actually. I
yeah. I
might
think
check
it's
that
on
out.
hiatus though, so
Oh,
you can read what's out there, but we won't know how it'll end for quite a while. My
yeah.
knowledge, but yeah, it's neat.
Mm.
The artist might be working on something. No, not the artist. I think one of them might have been working on something else, and that's why it's on hiatus, but it doesn't look like it.
Uh,
I
huh.
don't know. I don't remember why they were on hiatus. I heard something about it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, so that's the first thing I read. I didn't actually read too much this week either, because as I mentioned, I'm reading like my fantasy series. But I've read
Oh,
a
yeah.
bunch more of Tensei Kyuketsuki, more the manga. I want to read the novels, but it's really weird to me because like for the past 7 chapters, one of the main girls who was like first introduced just hasn't shown up. And
Oh,
meanwhile,
that's
they're
weird.
slowly picking up a harem of these other girls, and I don't know if the first one, who like I got super invested in their relationship, is gonna show back
Mm-hmm.
up or not. So I'm kind of weirded out by it. I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, is it gonna happen? Is it not?
Mm,
It's still
that's
like
weird.
cute girls and adventure thing, but like I'd be more fine with this if they hadn't built up this whole beginning part with this other character who's now just like they show up in mentioning once, and I'm just like, where are
Mm-hmm.
they?
Oh.
Bring them back, let them be gay, please, which they might be, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just weird that the other characters not shown back up. I do want to read the
Yeah.
light novels, but they're not like translated anywhere. I might be
Yeah.
dropping that on my Seven Seas release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um, that's about all I read. As for stuff I watched, are you ready for a good old-fashioned rant?
All right. Bring
All
it on.
right. So Crunchyroll just dropped a series of shorts called Yokoso
Mm-hmm.
Japari Park or Welcome to Japari Park. It's a Kimono
Yeah.
Friends short. I think it's the only thing I have on my list that's rated a 1.
Oof. Oof.
There's 6 episodes out. I watched the first, dropped immediately. They're clearly just advertisements for the mobile game that had been scrapped.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even like. I don't know if maybe they're bringing it back or whatever, but it's like the animation is worse and not as
Oof.
stylistic, which says something. Um, it's completely missed the tone of the original. One of the main characters, Serval, who's in the original, is voiced by someone different who sounds like a small child and
Yeah.
acts very different as well, like a weird child. Like it doesn't fit what the character was. Like they've
Mm-hmm.
completely missed the entire point of Kimono Friends, and then also it's like the ultimate cash grab. It's like Tatsuki didn't die for these sins. Like
Yeah.
Tatsuki deserved better than this to like come
Yeah.
afterwards. Like at least the manga that came out was pretty decent, and I first thought these were going to be shorts based on that 2 volume manga. No, no, it's just straight up. Hey, we might be rebooting the mobile game, which they don't say, but 100% it's just a mobile game ad. That's all it is, and it's bad. It's very bad.
Yeah.
It's
Oof.
trash. It's
Yeah.
garbage. I at least was gonna like check out the second season maybe. I was like gonna be like, maybe
Mm-hmm.
we'll find means of watching this to not support them, but to at least see like if they at least did Tatsuki's vision right. But I have no
Mm-hmm.
hope after this. The opening animation the trailer animation I've seen for season 2 is too close to what this is. That it's
Yeah.
like the most bland, like generic, stylistic, poorly animated thing, and I'm just like, no, I'm not. I'm not here for this. I'm not. I can't trust it.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking welcome to Japari Park. Where's the fucking exit? I want off this ride right now.
Yeah. Oof.
God, I'm so upset because it was such an amazing series. It was so huge, and they managed to kill it so thoroughly. They've like it's 100% greed and corporate like bullshit. 100%
Mm-hmm.
killed this series. That could have been huge. they could have made so much money off it just leaving it in Tatsuki's hands, and instead they've like gutted their own franchise. They've
Yeah.
tried to make it even more mainstream, and like that's not what made it good. They
Yeah.
completely missed the point, and they've killed the series, and it's such a shame because season 1 was so good. But we have Tatsuki's new series to look forward to, so uh fuck you. I don't even remember the name of the group that owns them anymore. They're not even worth saying their name. They're not even worth remembering. They're just garbage.
Yeah. So yeah, I found a comment on Crunchyroll, so take this with a grain of salt, but this is saying it's an ONA adapted from the story of the original smartphone game, which would
Yeah,
explain why it
yeah,
sounds like an ad. Yeah.
that's what I figured. I was like, it almost
Yeah.
feels like it should be. And yeah, it's
Mhm.
rated PG children.
Mm.
I think the original was like Komodo Friends season 1 might have been too. Yeah, it says alternative version manga, but it's not the same as the manga.
Yeah.
Which apparently has spin-offs and adaptation. Why does it say Komodo Friends doesn't have? That's wrong. Yeah. So Komodo Friends, the anime is also PG, but
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. There's a comic anthology that follows the anime storyline. Neat.
Oh.
Those might be good if it's following the original manga anime, but it's still like the money goes back to those
To the
filthy hyenas.
yeah.
That's rude to
Yes.
hyenas. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Cam. Um, yeah, it went from a 10 to a 1.
Yeah.
That's
Oof.
that's saying a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe don't watch that second season. I don't think it's
Yeah.
any good.
Yeah, it's okay. We're just gonna we stand Kamuri Kusa now. That's all we're gonna like. January 2019. Let's fucking go, Kamuri Kusa.
Hmm.
Fuck Kimono Friends. Kamuri Kusa's my only friend now. New
Yeah.
friends every day. Old friends, good fucking bye. Okay, that's about
Yeah.
that's about my rant on that for today.
All right.
We talked about tonight Kyuketsuki-san.
Hmm.
I watched episode 2 of Release the Spice,
Yeah.
and it's really hinting up about like a traitor or something already in the first 2 episodes.
Oh wow.
And I have ideas about who it is because it feels like it's like trying to be misleading about who it is, but I think I know. And I'm like, I'm
Hmm.
waiting. Episode 3 is always where they make the big twist. I'm waiting for them to just kill off a bunch of the characters.
Yeah.
Or they'll stay as campy and over the top fun as it is. Like, either way, it can still be good, but it's either going to stay campy over the top fun, or it's just going to go super grim dark.
Mm.
And I'm kind of fine with either. I'd prefer the campy over the top, but I'd be interested in how they take it in grim dark, despite starting so campy. But
Yeah.
I'm half expecting characters to die next episode, and or it just to be like some big the double crosser was a double crosser double crossing double crossers or something.
Oh.
Or go with like some plot for like a bit of them like double cross and then they double cross back and then back, something like that. Who knows? But
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Have they said anything yet about the spice needing to flow? Have they made a reference to that yet?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
What is that from?
It's from Dune.
Oh God, right. The
Yeah.
spice needs to flow, and then you see the future or
Yeah.
whatever. I haven't seen any. I can see the future references. None
Yeah.
of those yet either. But
Okay. Well, keep
fucking
me updated
Dune.
on that.
God, I haven't read Dune in years.
I've never read Dune. All I know about Dune is that the spice must flow. So.
I read Dune back when I was like 16. Just like the
Mm.
first 3 or 4 books. I think the first 3.
Yeah.
Children of Dune was the last one I got to.
Yeah.
Uh,
I thought about reading them at one point, but then someone told me that it really gets good after like the 5th or 6th book. Like I don't want to read that many books.
The first book's pretty decent. Like it's
Yeah.
pretty good itself. It's got some problematic stuff because of the time period it's written in. The
Yeah.
third book has some really neat ideas and concepts. Do you want a spoiler?
Yeah, sure.
Spoiler
I'm not
for
gonna read
Dune,
it.
which is totally anime. So the giant worms of Dune, Shai Hulud, actually
Mhm.
used to be people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What you can do is you can like take these little mini sandworms and they kind of like form around you as a gel if you grab them to try to escape. you can keep grabbing more and more until you basically make a living suit around yourself that becomes a part of yourself, and you become like some immortal god that eventually turns into a giant worm. That's like the that's I might be remembering it wrong, but I'm pretty sure
Huh.
that's that. And then there's other stuff with like family members inheriting like the memories and wills of their past like dead ancestors who can like try to take control of the body and stuff. There's all kinds of weird stuff in that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Huh.
yeah, so let's hope
Weird.
that's not where Nobunaga goes. I
Yeah.
don't need any giant worm people. But yeah, the
Yeah.
only other thing
Oof.
I watched was episode 2, Bloom into You, which
Yeah.
is still good. It's following the anime pretty directly.
Yeah.
There's one sudden
Mm-hmm.
kiss without asking consent first, but the other person says they don't mind, so it's not like
Mm-hmm. It's not.
creepy, and it's
Yeah.
not like portrayed in a hold them down kind of way. It's like they just turn
Mm-hmm.
around while walking and going for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the citrus, I'm gonna like hold you down on the bed
Yeah.
type, throw you
Yeah.
down.
Ugh. God, citrus show. Ugh.
I
God.
still gotta finish it.
No.
All
No,
the
you don't.
manga's out. I'm gonna read all the manga. I'm gonna
No,
do it.
don't. Ugh.
Listen, there's a really good fanfic about Yuzu. Or wait, is Yuzu the black-haired one?
I have no idea.
The
I
blonde-haired
immediately
girl
forgot.
with but she has a heart murmur. It's like a sick fic,
Mm.
and it's good.
Okay.
It's very good, and I'm gonna read the rest of the. Listen, I'm still gonna read the rest of Netsuzo Trap. The last volume comes out in December. It's only 6 volumes. I already have 2. I'm already a third of the way through. Let's just in for a
Mm.
penny, in for a pound. Let's fucking go.
God.
I'll take my trash.
I
I'll
know it doesn't come across on microphones, but I am shaking my head
That's okay.
violently. Oh,
The
can't believe it.
creator of Netsuzo Trap's making another Yuri that's not
Yeah.
NTR to my knowledge, so it might be pretty decent.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like Netsuzo Trap is 100%. You'll enjoy it if you're into NTR. Like if you're into
Mm-hmm.
cuckolding, that's what you're gonna watch. Because NTR literally stands for Netorare, which is the Japanese
Mm-hmm.
word for cuckold. Like it's 100% straight
Yeah.
up, just like yeah, this is kink.
Yeah.
This is straight up kink. Get your jollies off on it. I'm like, it's mainstream. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
I might go back and
Yeah.
finish that anime too, as awful as it is.
Oh, God, don't do that to
I try
yourself.
to finish all of the LGBT stuff I can find.
Mm.
It's what I do. It's what I do, cause that way I can shit on it better. Like I can go like, no bra's absolute fucking garbage and no one should watch it.
Mm.
The main character is a piece of shit and doesn't face any consequences for being an immoral lying piece of trash. The
Oof.
ultimate human trash.
Yeah.
But strangely enough, the trans character in it, in the end, transitions for themselves, and it's like I want to do this for me, and it's strangely like supportive of that after being
Mm-hmm.
treated like trash for half the series. It's nah.
Oh,
For that
it's
one moment of actual decent presentation, the rest of it's not good. Anyways, that's why I finish those things so I can warn people. I can be like, nah, that's
mm.
it has one moment. Just go to that moment in the manga. Fuck the rest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Huh.
that's about all I got.
Yeah.
I
Well,
didn't watch too much or read too
yeah.
much. Though I did just get so I've had this. I ordered the rest of Tagami Bachi and the rest of Complex Age, right, in the
Yeah.
mail. I've gotten every volume except the next volume from where I last was.
Of course.
I have like, well, actually I have the next one of Complex Age, but I have like 3, 5, and 6, so I can read one more of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Tagami Bachi, I got like 18 and 19 together, and then I got like 15, 14, and 16. I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing 11 still. I can't read these.
Dang.
I bought way too much manga this month because I got
Yeah.
a ton of sales, but I haven't bought any at all for next month.
Yeah.
Or since I haven't bought any at all for a while. I'm doing good. I'm being
Mm.
good. I'm being good. I'm saving up for my Blu-rays, and then hopefully
Yeah.
save me up past that. But I'm not gonna buy more for a while, cause holy shit, that gets expensive.
Yeah.
Even with the constant sales, like getting stuff, like I got some stuff up to like 60% off. It's not worth. It's
Mm-hmm.
not. I mean, it's worth, but it's also like I have no money for anything else when I do that.
Yeah.
I need to save up. I need to save more. I need to be able to buy my World Trigger volumes on release.
Mm.
I just have so many series to finish. I'm kind of like no starting new series. It's not
Yeah.
allowed unless if
Yeah.
like it's gay.
Mm. Of course.
So, yeah, I can start new Yuri. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. It's got to have that exception. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I did have one anime adjacent thing this week. So I'm still playing the Fist of the North Star game.
Oh,
And I finished
right.
the storyline, and the story in that is garbage. And the writing, all of the writing in that game is kind of a train wreck, but it's just really fun to play.
All right.
Yeah. And I wrote like 2,000 words about that game and put it up on my pillow fort. And, oh, I have so many thoughts about that game. I won't go into it here, but
Go.
yeah.
Just give us your pillow for it. Go read it there.
Yeah, I'll put a link in the link dump. I forget what the URL is.
All right.
I'm probably lastly on there. I don't know.
Check
I don't
out
know
on
how Pillow
YouTube
Fort
once
works.
YouTube works again.
Yeah.
Fucking. What was I gonna fucking say? Oh yeah, I have anime adjacent, but it's actual anime.
Oh. Oh.
So I actually did read something else. I forgot. I read the second Ruby anthology.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good. It's very cute. I very much like Weiss, and it's the Weiss-centric one. So,
Nice.
there's a story in it by the creator of a Yuri that's getting released. I think it's called Now Loading.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Now Loading. So the author of that has some stuff in there. There's a few other well-known ones. Yeah, Mikanuji, who actually has another manga which I did read this week some of, but it's like kind of like a web one, and I don't think it has it doesn't have a listing unless if someone's put it up. Yeah, no one's put it up, so it's not on Mount, so I forgot about it, but it's good. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I don't remember what it's called because it was originally put up as a real Mikanuji Yuri, like after the author, and then it got changed. I'm like, I don't fucking know what it's actually called. Damn. But yeah, I like the author. They draw really cute stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They do good like senpai kohai stuff. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So, also Ruby related, they dropped the Volume 6 trailer,
Ooh,
and it looks
nice.
pretty dope.
Cool.
I'm excited. I'm very excited for the next season, and that's soon.
Cool. I guess that's why they had like a Ruby stuff in the Humble Bundle this past whenever. So yeah, they had the game and like a month of the Rooster Teeth Premium thing, whatever that's called.
Yeah, it was also in the Humble Bundle.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh, sorry, you said premium, and I'm like blanked for a second. I'm like,
yeah.
Are they different? I don't know. I don't know how Humble Bundle works. I really don't. I just like bought a bundle with it again for the first time in like a year. I'm like, it's changed so much. I don't understand it anymore.
Yeah. But yeah.
Volume 6 premieres October 27th.
Cool.
It's right in time for New World Trigger too.
Nice.
That's gonna be good for getting me back into that World Trigger AE fanfic I'm writing. But other random anime adjacent news. Voltron announced its next season is gonna be its last.
Wait, I thought this last season was the last. I thought I had heard that. But okay, sure, whatever.
No, there's one more season coming out that's not out yet.
Okay.
I believe.
I just thought when the last season had ended, I thought people were talking about that like it was the series finale, but I guess I got confused.
I think there's one
That's
more
weird.
season.
Okay. Yeah. Alright.
Let me double check that. Fact check.
I mean, I believe you. It was just me being confused about a show I don't watch, which happens a lot.
That is possible. The 8th and final season will premiere on December 14th. And it'll be 13 episodes. It'll be another full season because, like, 6 and, like, it's 8 seasons in like
Mm-hmm.
2 years, but a bunch of them are like 6 episodes, seven
Uh,
episodes.
I see.
I guess to keep interest, dropping shorter. I really dislike the Netflix style of just dropping bundles because I can't constantly binge a new bundle every couple months and then try to
Mm-hmm.
talk about it. So I'm always getting spoiled. Always behind. With a show like this, I think it would have been better to just do episodic, like weekly. It would have been so much easier to stay caught up and like being able to like actually interact because it's like you can't like make theories and like talk about what might happen when you see the entire season. You know what happened. Like
Mm-hmm.
you only get one cliffhanger to talk about once every couple months. It's like I found it
Yeah.
really hard to actually get into the fandom because of that, because all of the talk about it ended up just being shipping instead because you couldn't talk about like the episode to
Yeah.
episode kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's almost done, which is crazy because it's like this huge juggernaut show. I'm amazed they're actually just gonna end it instead of carrying it on, but that's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be 78 episodes in 2 years.
Wow. That's
Not
a lot.
that's about yeah, that's about how much the World Trigger anime was. It's
Yeah.
not too bad. That's a pretty good
Yeah.
run. That's a pretty good run.
Yeah,
I'm
that is.
I'm curious if they'll do like a spin-off or what they'll do past there.
Mm-hmm.
They'll do like some new series.
Yeah.
Can
Good,
you?
good question.
I'm trying to think of like what kind of like if there was like some sort of like Western media that you'd love an anime of and potentially would like the like studio doing Voltron to take over, what would it be?
Oh gosh, I have no idea. It's hard to say because I don't like since I haven't seen the Voltron show. I don't. I
Hmm.
couldn't say.
Well,
I don't know.
it's like the Legend of Korra Studio,
Uh,
Studio
that's
Mer.
another show I haven't seen.
Yeah, but like that kind, an anime style studio. Okay, just whatever Western property you'd
Yeah.
like an anime of. Let's go.
Oh. Oh God, the thing that just came to mind. I'm gonna say this. And you're gonna have no idea what I'm talking about, but I want to see an Aberrat anime. Because Aberrat is a series of books by Clive Barker that has some
Oh,
amazing art.
okay. I know Clive Barker.
Yeah. Because
I need to
oh
read some of his stuff.
yeah, this
Oh.
is it's an absolutely wild thing. You should just go do an image search of it to see a bunch of the paintings he's done for it. Because it's one of the things he does a bunch of paintings for each book in the
Ooh,
series.
fantasy stuff. I love fantasy. Oh yeah,
Oh, it's
that's pretty
really cool.
dope.
It's about an archipelago of island, an archipelago where every island is an hour of the day, represents
Hmm.
1 hour of the day. It's very, very cool. It's really good. I love it a lot. I've read the series a couple times over, or the books that are available, and the fourth book has been delayed for like 7 years now or something. It's
Yikes.
so sad.
Yeah, the majority of my like
Hmm.
uh my dealings with Clive Barker are like the video games that have been based on his books, like
Oh yeah,
Jericho.
yeah.
Is Jericho based on a book, or is that like he just wrote the plot? I'm curious.
That's a good question.
I want to know because if there's a book, I want to just read the book instead of playing the game.
Yeah.
Uh, it looks like
Mm,
it's not based on.
yeah. It says author Clive Barker providing the premise of the storyline. So it sounds
It's
like he
just the
just
premise
helped
too.
writing it. Yeah. But yeah. So
I
yeah.
would love him to write a full series, like a full book
Mm,
series based on it, because the game did not do it very well, but it was still a really unique, interesting world.
yeah.
I think it could be pretty interesting. Oh shit! There we go. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can't say
Yeah.
Silverwing because it already has a cartoon that's like an anime. Uh, I there I think fantasy is one of the best at being able to be created into like anime because there's been a few western sort of things brought over. I know Radiant's fantasy right now and that's like the first French manga or whatever. Um but I think there's other stuff like I think Del Toro Quest got an anime and that's
Hmm.
like an Australian kids adventure series. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Oh.
like kids books. Um
Huh.
the Magic Treehouse, I think, on anime series. So there's like some stuff.
Hmm.
Um, I'd love some like of the like because they're kind of doing more like bringing fantasy stuff, like they did the Castlevania anime stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'd love something along that lines for like Wheel of Time, or I've got a I've got a pitch again, but Bloody Rose.
Hmm.
I love the band. It's such a good series. It'd be a great movie. Or The Lies of Locke Lamora, which is just like a heist. I want more heist anime, like where the entire anime is
Oh
like one
yes.
heist, like stuff like Bakano. Why isn't there more of that? Like it's such a good underused genre. What's the
Yeah.
last like full heist anime you've seen? Like
I
besides
don't know.
Bakano, we've already listed it.
I don't know any heist anime.
No, it's like I was
Man.
excited because Joker game seemed closer, but then it's just Deus Ex Machinas. That's kind of why I'm like into Release the Spice and like Princess Principal, is they're like episodic mini heists almost, but like
Yeah.
I still want like that full heist experience.
Mm.
I've got to look into
Yeah,
some.
cause
Let's
I'm like,
find a heist anime for next season.
yeah.
Oh wait, but next season the one where we force each other to watch something. That might not
Yeah.
work, but
We'll see.
we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. When you said heist anime, the only thing that came to mind was Princess Principal, and that's not really a heist. It's
Eh,
some
episodic, some stuff acts
sneaky
like heist.
crime.
I
Yeah,
like there's some heists.
it's
They
it's
like
heist adjacent.
yeah, heist adjacent. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's the title of this episode.
Yeah,
What's heist adjacent? Just like a regular old pickpocketing, like
yeah.
fucking
Just crime. Just
yeah,
commit some crime.
general crime, like
Yeah,
just some good old pickpocketing,
yeah,
or good old thievery, a good old break and enter. That's heist
yeah,
adjacent. God.
yeah. Oh, so yeah. Shall we get into book club now? We've
All
been
right,
ranting
yeah, let's
about
go.
anime for like 20 minutes now.
It's okay. Sometimes you gotta
Yeah.
talk about some other stuff.
Mhm.
Spice it up a bit
Yeah.
with a Y. A
Yeah. Of course.
spice. All
So
right.
yeah.
Which one do we want to get
All
into
right.
first?
Mm. I don't know.
Jurosei or Nobunagan?
Let's start with Jurosei because I
Okay.
feel like I had more thoughts on that one.
I have a lot of thoughts about it, and not many of
Yeah.
them are good.
Oh, oh.
Oh, oh,
I, I, I'm feeling better about this show than I did last week, but still not great about it.
yeah,
I,
I agree.
yeah, yeah.
It's like,
It's like
sorry, go.
it's like they really toned down the edginess because that first episode was so bad, and then this like they like toned it way down, which was very good,
It,
and now it's like bearable levels of edge.
It's funny you
Yeah.
mention that. My theory is each episode of Edge is as edgy as his blade, because in the first episode it can cut through anything, and then in the second,
Yeah.
despite it being a beam saber blade, it gets
Mhm.
stuck in the plant and he can hold himself there. The show had to be less edgy to allow the blade edge to not cut all the way down. It all makes
Oh,
sense.
oh, it's a good theory.
Ugh, fucking
Yeah.
yeah, Rai's fucking dead though, right? Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I bet he comes back. I bet he's
Maybe
gonna be missing
there's gonna
until
be
the
a
end, the
twist.
final episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or there's gonna be a twist where halfway through, Thor dies, and they find Ryan.
Mhm.
He takes his place because they need like a leader to believe in or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I was thinking, what if they do like a jump forward in time, like oh, like 2 years later or something, and then
There,
like Rai has just been in the jungle surviving on his own.
I'm
They're
gonna
tough now.
spoil you, but they are.
Yeah.
I can tell
Oh,
by the thumbnails.
oh yeah. Okay.
The fucking thumbnails spoiled me. I'm like,
Oh
yes,
yeah.
there's the time
Oh
jump.
yeah. That looks like a significant time jump.
Yeah,
See, I was just looking at the
that's like
like
a good 10
thumbnail.
years because they're like 12 right now, right?
Yeah, something. They're really
Also,
young. They're like 13 or so.
yeah, I want a real talk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but both this world and the world they came from both fucking suck.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that is on purpose or not, but it's like, who thinks? I have to question the author, unless if they're purposely trying to make it seem dystopic and bad, which if they are, great job. But if they aren't,
Mm-hmm.
who would think? Yeah, makes sense. In the future, we'll be forced to marry the boys and girls at like a young age. Like they'll
Mm-hmm.
just be paired off. Girls at like 12 years and boys at 13. It's like, wait, what? They don't even get
Yeah.
to like marry people they know. They have to marry someone like an age bracket above them. How fucking creepy is that? That's like
Yeah.
every boy gets to
I.
marry a younger girl. Every single one. There's no older girls. What about the
Mhm.
boys who like older girls? God damn it!
Yeah.
What about the
I.
like? I mean, obviously the gay, but like
Mhm.
some people like them older women.
Mhm. Yeah,
Shitty world.
I think it is meant to be a dystopia because like even in that one scene when they're talking about the ages and they're like, oh, the government mandated ages for marriage and stuff, and the way they phrase it makes it sound like they're like required to get
Hmm.
married at that age, not
Yeah,
that it's an
yeah.
option to. And so I think it is supposed to be seen as a
If
dystopia,
it's
or at least
not,
I
I'd
see
be
it as that.
yeah. If it's not, I'd be
Yeah.
very worried about this author and where they wanted to go. But also, I'm
Yeah.
like sitting there, it's like they like if they did just think this is how the future is gonna go because we're gonna
Hmm.
have a population like issue in the next 10 years, like they're fucking
Yeah.
genius. Like they foresaw,
Yeah.
they were like in like what year is this? 2006. They're like whispering to like not even president yet, Abe. And they're
Hmm.
like going like 47th president of Japan, you will fix the population crisis. You must start now. Make all these
Yeah.
games about fucking like Fire Emblem and shit, where it's like you pair them off and breed super babies for your game. It's
Hmm.
like Shinzo Abe. I don't know how it's pronounced. I'm
Abe.
sorry. Abe. Yes.
Yeah.
It's not gonna fix the population. It's not gonna get kids to fuck. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Stop. I know this isn't even. This is my version of thanks Obama at this point. Thanks
Hmm.
Shinzo Abe. God damn.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that's all I could think of during that scene was just like that stupid meme with the Muppets where it's like I'm gonna be real with you, 47th
Hmm.
president of Japan Shinzo Abe. This isn't gonna fix the declining birth rate. I fucking love that meme. It's so
Yeah.
dumb.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, there's it kind of related to this thing. There's one actually like good thing I wanted to point out in this episode was that when the girl what was the girl's name? Was it Tiz? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's Tiz. When she was talking about or they were talking about like how the women in these tribes get to choose who they marry because there's so few of the women that like they're given the choice. I was really expecting it to go down the road of like, oh, the toughest dudes who kill the most people get to take all the women or whatever. But it's like, nope, we're gonna give the
It's
women that choice at least. So
it's
that's
it's
one thing.
it's still not good because it's still a one-way street, and then also there's
Yeah,
still like 12, and they're like
yeah,
we get to do it. The only reason they get to choose is because we can have babies. Like that's it.
hmm,
Women can have babies, and
yeah,
that's why we're treated well. It's like why would you want more kids on this shithole planet? You're getting them sent from space. You don't need to birth them
yeah,
too. Like
yeah. This whole thing is weird. I get the feeling that it was in the like very beginning of the episode. It was like a flashback to Rye and Thor's dad talking to them about Earth and saying like, "Oh, it's a green planet. It's what people should live on." So I'm thinking like this is probably some like weird experiment or some attempt to colonize this planet or something,
or maybe it
and
turns
that's
out
why all
it's
these people are
Earth
being sent here.
after all, and they fucked it up, and now no one can go
Oh,
back.
that'd be weird. Yeah.
Oh, I bet Tiz is gonna die in the last or second last episode.
Yeah, probably.
But there it has to die for him. It's like you've been upgraded from husband to boss. Now you're her boss. Like even though they like give
Hell
this
yeah.
women are like get a choice. They're like no, she's
Hmm.
still under him. He needs to have the power above her because it's a male fantasy, uh,
Yeah.
which sucked. But
That was.
they noted that the Thor and Rye's dad was like set to be the next president.
Hmm.
So it makes perfect sense he'd be assassinated, and they'd get rid of the kids, blame the
Yeah.
kids, get rid of them. It's all we finally have some motive for it. It's political, like
Hmm.
because last like for all we knew before, it's just like some random dad got killed. Someone
Yeah.
doesn't like dads.
Yeah, I think they had hinted at them being important, but didn't say anything about like what
Hmm.
his role was or
I think it
anything.
hinted they were like
I think,
scientists of some sort. I think
yeah,
it
they had
said
mentioned
that.
science.
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
but
Mm.
we got a few answers. One thing I did like, I liked the world
Hmm.
building in this episode, like the stuff with the plants in gestation. Because when I
Yeah,
first got there, I was like, I thought this was all green.
yeah.
Sorry, I had to sneeze. But I'm like, this is like a barren wasteland. That doesn't fit what they've been saying with this entire show point. And then
Hmm.
the giant plants grow up, and it's like, oh yeah, they bring us like it circulates the water of the ground. It's like that's actually super neat. Like
Yeah,
there's
that
some
was.
good like world building concept stuff in here. I think it's probably
Hmm.
one of the stronger parts of the series is just like the sci-fi world building nature. But of course,
Yeah.
despite it all, they're still in some like medieval castle thing in a wall with like swords and stuff
Yeah.
fighting each other. But
Yeah. That was that was something that kind of surprised me this episode was like how built up this place was because this is in the Sun Ring and they've got this big stone castle on the side of a cliff, and I was kind of surprised by that because after the in the first episode when they were with the Ochre Ring, and they were like they seemed like they were kind of living in the trees and like huts or something, and so I thought this was going to be much more like basic or tribal,
didn't those
but then they've got like yeah.
didn't those guys also say they weren't technically part of the ring? They were just like the outcast kids living on their own.
Oh, I have no idea.
I thought they said
Maybe.
something like that, and that's why they stayed away. But then they're also saying like this is no place for like a girl, so it makes you believe the women's quarters are much nicer too,
Hmm.
which is neat
Maybe.
world building single lines.
Yeah.
I do. It might hint more again at the fact that this was like a planet that wasn't fucked up, and then they fucked it up too, because like maybe that's
Hmm.
why the castle is already there.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, I'm really hoping that this show continues to improve because like this episode started to have some good bits in it, some good bits, but still not quite there. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I
So hopefully the third episode will be better. Yeah.
I also have questions about they're like the only way off this planet is to climb the spire or whatever. It's like where does
Yeah.
the spire lead? Like this planet's supposed to be like unknown. No one fucking knows about it. It's off the radar.
Hmm.
So where the fuck does this spire go? Like it can't go to like a space station or something, can it? Because you need to like have
Yeah.
supply trips and stuff there. It can't be kept secret really,
Yeah.
unless
I
if
don't
it
know.
turns out that's like oh it is Earth. It's not some like hidden planet. This is just Earth is
Hmm.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I
But,
wonder if maybe the spire is just like some communication thing where you can call for a ride or something,
mm, that
or you
could
can
be.
communicate back with the what colony that they were from or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. That is really weird. Spire's strange. That it exists at all. I don't know. We will see. But yeah, I'm feeling slightly better about this show now.
It's
Still
definitely
not.
better than the first episode.
Yeah.
Fucking Thor, I'll kill my brother. Wait,
Yeah.
isn't that
Oh
because
yeah.
it's Thor and Loki? Shit, it
Mm,
makes sense now.
yeah. I was. You just reminded me there was that one little bit in this episode where Thor was thinking about it and he like started to actually feel really bad
And
about
he's
threatening
like, why
Rye
the
like that.
fuck would I ever think that for like a moment? Now that
Yeah.
he's lost him, he's like seeing how much.
Yeah. It was really good. Some good character work there.
Yeah, he thought what the entire audience thought in that moment.
Yeah.
He was the audience, and for
Hmm.
once, I could actually relate to a self-insert character.
Yeah. So yeah. I think that's all I've got for Joe say this week. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anything more. I had my
Yeah.
dramatic rant.
Hmm. So yeah. On to Nobunagan.
Nobu Nagun.
Hmm.
God, I love what they do with this show visually.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Great.
it's really neat. Some of the shots they have, like the one where they're in the like hospital bed and like the TV's on in the background, but
Oh
they just kind of
yeah.
like outlaid across it, and it's like taking
Yeah.
up the whole
That
room,
was.
which really like makes it feel like what's on the TV is really overwhelming for them. Like it
Hmm.
really gives off that sense. It's like it's such a good scene.
Yeah. That was really really good.
The entire scene too, like the whole talk between is it Sayo?
Asao.
Asao, yeah.
Ogura and Asao.
Asao and Ogura, and
Yeah.
Asao saying like no matter what happens, like you'll always be my hero. Even if those other people like saved me too, you were like the first one to step in, and like no matter
Hmm.
if you decide you don't want to do it, if you like want to walk away, if everyone calls you a coward, you'll still always be my hero, and like I'll always believe in you. And it's like that's so gay, but it's also like
Yeah.
such a good sentiment. Like I really like that scene.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite scene in this episode. It was so good between the style of it and just the characters talking to each other and that. Oh, it was fantastic.
All this stuff like right before and after too of her walking around, people like talking in the background, and then slowly more
Hmm.
and more like guards are following her around as more and more
Yeah,
public attention starts to follow her.
yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it was neat.
Hmm. There was one other little style thing from earlier in the episode when a girl shooting a bunch of the alien things, and it was like it kind of turned her into just a silhouette whenever she fired, light up the background, and then but then like just her eye was lit up, and you could see only her eye, and it's just a very cool effect. It was only like half a second or something, but it looked really good.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
really like the second half of this fight where
Hmm.
Gandhi and uh, Newton
Newton.
come in, and like I like
Yeah.
their powers, how they fit, because I was like, how are they gonna work as fighting? And it's like Newton's like, I can just step on stuff and increase
Yeah.
weight. That's it. It's like that makes sense for like gravity. It's like they both
Hmm.
support, though I guess she could, in theory, crush people if she has enough weight.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
and then Gandhi, who like can just cause people to stop fighting, like he makes a shield.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's non-violence. It fits.
Hmm.
And I really like how they use the powers because it's like, how is stepping on someone giving them weight gain or anything? And then it's just like, oh, you can use it to like steady the recoil, which we've seen being an issue through
Hmm.
this fight. Like they mentioned, like you're having trouble hitting because of the recoil,
Hmm.
which is really smart.
Yeah.
And then the three line volley, which was
Oh
it
yeah.
was so cheesy and over the top, but
It
I loved it.
was.
It's
Oh,
like
it was so good.
if you fire like your first volley, the cavalry will come from the side and cut it down. So you need
Hmm.
another line of cavalry, and she just pulls out another gun.
Yeah.
And it's like, but when they're reloading, I forget what they said was gonna like run down the rest. But it's like, so you need a third line, and this like automated gun comes off. It's so dumb. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
It's just
That was
over
a
the
very
top
good scene.
style
Yeah.
and flair everywhere.
Yeah. This was very good. Yeah. I did like that. I or something I hope that happens in this show is that they keep like if Newton is going to stay around the whole show, I hope that they can find more ways to have her do things with her extremely specific power.
Yeah.
Because yeah, just stepping on things and making them heavy seems not terribly useful most of the time. So I hope they can figure things out for her.
Well, it looked like it was being like it could be used well for like capturing stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Probably also good for like uh adding weight to stuff to like clear debris almost like you could like crush a
Mm-hmm.
building or whatever, open
Mm-hmm.
up lines of sight, things like that. Like there are uses I can think of. Uh
Yeah.
and then maybe like just increase the weight of the foot a ton and like swing it, go for like a
Mm-hmm.
super strong kick. Who knows?
Yeah.
It looks really silly, just the one huge foot, but
Yeah.
for people who have a fetish of getting stepped on, there will be fanfics of this most likely for you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah. She could step on Goku and help him train.
yeah, I'm sure there's they might do
Oh God.
something where it's like the powers evolve, kind of like how what's her name got like the three line
Mhm.
volley. They might be like the apple or whatever, and
Oh
like have
yeah.
something else that happens. Or
Yeah, that'd be good.
yeah, although I think we'll mostly see a bunch more of the Reaper.
Oh yeah, Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Ripper. Sorry, not the Reaper. I'm tired.
Yeah.
And not
Close
sure
enough.
about Gandhi.
Yeah.
He seems a
I don't
bit
know.
overpowered being able to put up a massive shield like that.
Hmm. Yeah, we'll see.
Plot twist.
Yeah.
I'm calling. I have to call my bullshit plot twist. Uh,
All right.
Asao is actually one of the evolutionary creatures, and
Oh.
they're gonna
Oof.
follow her around. Yeah, that's my bullshit theory.
Oh no.
All right.
Dang. I don't know. I can't really think of any good wild theories on this. I'm just so taken by the style. I don't care what happens.
I
I just
know.
think
It's
it's
just like I
good.
just want to keep watching. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Yeah.
beautiful.
Show looks great.
I
Oh.
feel like it's one like I don't condone drugs. I don't do drugs. I mean,
Mhm.
weed is legal now in a lot of
Yeah.
places. So like in
Yeah.
Canada it's legal. So it's like I feel like it's one of those things where it's like you're like you're like getting high, you're watching the crazy colors. It's like, man, it's so pretty, man. I want to keep watching him. That's the stereotypical stoner here. Like,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's like this would probably be a good show for that.
Yeah.
Probably a good get high watch show, or really
Hmm.
bad because some people get bad trips from crazy colors. So that might
Yeah.
not be the best, but
Yeah. Maybe. Who could say? Yeah. I made a note here. This is a good space fish anime instead of the bad space fish anime that we
oh
got.
god, you're right. We got our space fishing show after all.
Yeah.
We fish with guns.
Yeah. This is space goblin fishing.
The fish don't want to be fish no more. That's the
Yeah.
issue. That's
Oh,
the fish you. Ah,
oh god.
I got it. Got him.
Oh.
Nailed it.
Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, did you see the next episode preview? Did you watch that? At the
I
end
think so, but I forgot.
Oh, because yeah, it's saying the Oguro is gonna go train with someone,
right.
and
The demon
it
trainer.
seems like that dude. Yeah, it seems like he's gonna be pervy, and I hope he has a very minor role in this show. Because I don't
Yeah.
want this show to get pervy.
I
Oh,
don't want a super long pervy episode. No.
yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of worried about next week, but hopefully it's just that one. I don't know.
I'm also curious. The main guy who's like the old guy who does this stuff, they keep calling him Saint Germain, which is another like
Hmm.
old person like from history. I wonder if they're actually like the reborn soul, or because they were known as like an alchemist who was trying to gain immortality, if it's like the actual person,
Hmm.
possibly. I'm curious about that character.
Yeah.
When you have
I
something
googled.
historical like this,
Yeah. I googled Saint Germain and just got
the
a
dog.
brand of liquor.
Oh, you didn't even get the dog. You got the liquor. Damn.
No,
Did you watch Drifters?
I did not know.
Okay, Saint Germain's in that too.
Hmm. That's. Hmm. You're thinking of Saint Bernard. Saint Bernards are the dog.
Aren't there Saint Germain's too?
That's a good question. Saint Germain dog. Image.
Yeah,
Brock Saint Germain.
Yeah, I told
yeah.
you.
Oh, these are good dogs.
Yeah, they're the
Look at
hunting
'em.
dogs.
Yeah, they're so cute. I just want to pet these dogs now. Oh, there's a picture of a puppy, Saint Germain. Oh,
We need
it's
we
very
need some
good.
puppy anime. Why is it all cats? Where's my puppy girl anime?
Yeah.
Give me some puppy girls. God damn.
Oh,
If anyone watching this can recommend some puppy girl anime for us, we might watch it next
Mm.
season. Maybe.
the only puppy girl anime I can think of is Inugami Sanjineko,
Yeah.
which is good.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Does Killing Bites have a dog girl?
Ah,
Fucking Killing
maybe?
Bites.
I don't think it does.
Oh, rip.
It's mostly like wild animals, not really things you would have as pets.
That's true. Wolf girls are the closest we get. There's a lot of wolf girls.
Mm, yeah.
There's fox girls and wolf girls in Kimono Friends season 1, the good season.
Oh yeah.
The Tatsuki Yaoyorozu season. The golden Kimono Friends timeline. The brightest timeline.
Hmm. Oh, unfortunately, we are in the darkest timeline. Oh, unfortunately.
Well, not quite the darkest. Tatsuki got a
Mm.
different show, so it's at least we've
Yeah.
got that glimmer in the dark.
Yeah. It's just the mostly dark timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the mostly dark, but no alternate mustache evil copy timeline. We don't have
Yeah.
Dark Tatsuki with his mustache. Actually, we might. We're not sure what this anime is gonna be yet. It might be super fucked up, and it might be like Dark Tatsuki here to like destroy the anime community that
Yeah.
that left him. It's
Yeah.
just Dark Kimono Friends. It's all like
Oh no. It's like Serval dies in the first episode. Oh no.
but they can't be Serval and stuff. It has to be stuff like based off something else. What could
Yeah.
it be based off of? Like
Or
guns, weapons, that's done a lot.
I would just do animals from like a different zoo.
Yeah. Everyday appliance girls. She's a toaster and she electrocutes
Yeah.
people to death or something.
Oh no. Oh.
God. Yeah,
Oh.
it's just a grim dark anime brave little toaster at that point. Shit.
I'd watch that.
I would
I'd
too.
watch
That would
that.
be amazing.
Oh yeah.
God.
Yeah. I think that's it for this week. I
Yeah,
think we
we
can
need
end on grim, dark, brave little toaster.
this is what happens when we stream on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Everything's so wrong, but it's so right. Fuck.
Yeah.
Alright,
So,
thank you
yeah.
very much for watching.
Yeah. This is it for us this week. You can follow us on twitch.tv/Sasam. Follow the live streams usually on Mondays, occasionally on Tuesdays. Or you can go to shenanimegans.moe and subscribe to the YouTube, assuming YouTube is back up yet, which I think it is. And you can follow us on Twitter at thatlastly and at SaySomeBots, and you can hang out with us on Discord at shenanimegans.moe/Discord. We will see you next week with another episode of Shenanimegans.
Take care.
Bye bye.